Alrighty, here we go. Hey everybody, it's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Dive Bombers franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4. We're in year number 11 here in the Green Nachos League, and year number 6 here in... Hold on. Year number 5 in control of the Dive Bombers. I can't math, don't yell at me. Last episode saw us take on the Gold Coats here, one of the upstarts here in the league that has recently been winning a lot. And we finally achieved something that this team has never done in its first 10 years of existence. We have achieved a winning record as we got our 13th victory of the season last time out in a well-pitched back-and-forth game that ended, well, it wasn't well-pitched, but a nice back-and-forth game that we ultimately ended up coming out on top of in extra innings, winning 10-8 over the Gold Coats, snagging us not only our first winning season in franchise history, but almost assuredly locking us up a playoff berth as well. Now, a win today against the Bards will probably clinch that, as that'll be our 14th win of the season. Generally, going about 14-10 is good enough in this league to make the playoffs. So, a lot on the line here. Not only that, but this is a battle for first place in the division, as the Bards are the team that has been competing with us the most this season for the top spot in the division. On the mound for us today is going to be two-way player Lee McDonald, the infielder, one with a 1.93 ERA and a 1.21 WHIP. He's our number 4 starter. And on the mound for the Bards is going to be Dirth McGillies. So he is also their number 4. Fun fact, Dirth McGillies was an original dive bomber here to start the series, as he was our original number 3 pitcher on day 1. He still has his Tier 2 choker and Tier 2 crossed up traits for him, unfortunately, but he's carved out a decent living as a number 3 or 4 here in the league, so he has stuck around long term. And he's having a good year as well, 2-1 with a 3 ERA and a 1.04 WHIP. Lineup for today's game for the Bombers. Leading off is going to be Albert Murphy at first base. Batting second is locked in and juiced outfielder Garlic Simmons in left. Batting third, locked in catching today, will be Marvin DeKennis. Batting fourth, right fielder Salvador Pruitt. Batting fifth is third baseman rookie Quinn Ventura, who was the hero last episode. He's locked in. He had 2 home runs, including the game-winning walk-off 2-run homer. Batting sixth, second baseman Arrest Blacksmith, who also went yard last episode. Batting 7th, 10th center fielder Wedge Kahn, still in the midst of a sophomore slump. Batting 8th, 10th shortstop Blake Benwood. He is not in a good frame of mind right now. And batting 9th is going to be the pitcher McDonald. And then the lineup for the Bards looks like this. Leading off at second base, locked in young second baseman Jordan McFurlow. Batting second, shortstop Reagan Hurls. Batting third, locked in right fielder Chopper Sardi. Batting fourth, third baseman Alessandro Richard. Batting fifth, center fielder Mango Cohen. Batting sixth, locked in at first base is Baca Lee. Batting seventh, young outfielder Buck Larson. He is in left. Batting 8th is catcher Milan Bonilla, and batting 9th is going to be McGillies, as we will not see Remus Velasquez today, even though he is locked in. He is also injured, the veteran utility player who's been in the league since day 1 of the entire playthrough here in the Green Nachos League. Davis Frigate is also tense, so he is not starting in left field. Guadalupe Knapp is not starting at first base. She is also tense, and neither is Fabian Jackman getting the start behind the plate. He is also tense. The only person not tense on the bench that is offensive-minded is Ahmed Denton, and he's always been a bench guy. So let's jump into it and have some fun here as we head out to El Viejo Stadium here, home of the Bards. Really, I did not remember the Bards playing here. Granted, it's been a hot minute, so... Because normally by this point in the season, we're simming the rest of the games because we already have a losing record and there's no chance to make the playoffs. So, yeah. Let's do it! It is. This is basically playoff atmosphere baseball right here, as both of these teams are big playoff contenders right now. Let's do it. Let's see if we can get this dub. Albert Murphy leading off at first, hitting .313 with 5 RBIs on the year, facing McGillies. Dirth on the year is 2-1 with a 3 ERA, 1.04 WHIP, 4 starts, 8 earned runs given up in 24 innings. So he's averaging exactly 6 innings a start, getting some length out of him. 17 hits, 8 walks, 2 hit batsmen, 24 strikeouts to lead the starting rotation, and he has the best batting average against in the rotation with 198. McGillies pitching like an ace here from the bottom of the rotation, taking a lot of pressure off Skylar Maynard. Change him up on the first one. That is a called strike. Go one. Little hack activates for Murphy. Curveball down and in, and Murphy rips it to the right center gap. That is going to get down, and that's going to one-hop the fence out there in right center as Cohen tracks it down. It is a leadoff double for the speedy Murphy. That puts him in scoring position here to start the game, as Garlic Simmons is up next, locked in and juiced. We have a Tier 2 first pitch Slayer, hitting .338 with 2 homers, 8 RBIs on the year. Hold on, guys. Got to reset the chat real quick. There we go. There we go. Perfect. All right. Perfect. All right. Peter Way in the first pitch, dumped up the middle. That is going to get down over the diving glove of the second baseman. Round third is Murphy. Throw in from Cohen is good, and it gets him by a step. What a throw from Cohen as Murphy dead to rights at the plate. One down now for locked-in catcher Marvin DeKennis, hitting .316 with a homer and 7 RBIs. There goes on the first pitch, changeup up, strike called. Throw down to second by Bonilla, no chance. Easy stolen base there for the Juice Simmons. Simmons is now 1 for 3 on the year for stolen bases. That's his first. 0-1 to DeKennis. Slider inside, rope foul. It's 0-2. DeKennis went 3 for 3 off the bench last episode. And chases one well out of the zone on the pitch out. And that's the second out of the inning. First punch out from McGillies. That'll bring up Salvador Pruitt, right fielder with Tier 3 volatile. Hitting .296 with 2 homers and 10 RBIs. Curveball down and away in the dirt from McGillies. 1-0. Peter up, line hard at the middle into left of center. That's through for a hit. Simmons around third. Throw in from Cohen is going to go to second. It's an RBI knock. We do get one on the board here in the first. Bombers up 1-0. Rookie Quinn Ventura up next. Third baseman locked in with Tier 3 outside pitch. Hitting .379 with 8 homers and 14 RBIs. Slider up. That's taken high. 1-0. Curveball down and in. That's a strike. 1-1. Slider inside, another strike, 1-2. McGilly's doing a good job of avoiding the outer corner of the plate, as he is currently tense. Chased it up and in, strike 3. Ventura didn't quite get to it. Second punch out for McGilly's, and that ends the inning. RBI knock, though, for Pruitt, puts the Bombers on the board, 1-0. Bottom one, McFurlow, Hurls, and Sardi do up against Lee McDonald. Good old Lee Mack. McFurlow do up next. He's locked in. Hold on a second, guys. I got a text message I got to answer real quick. Can you bear with me 1 second? Bear with me, guys. Sorry, this is taking a little bit. There we go. Apologies for that, guys. That took a little bit. That was a very lengthy text message. My apologies. All right, back at it, shall we? I got into ads and I missed our offense doing something. Unfortunate one, boy, unfortunate. Nice to see you again, buddy. Hope your day's been going well. Don't worry, it was just an RBI single. You didn't miss too much. All right, Lee Mack on the mound today for us. The two-way player, 1-1 on the year with a 1.93 ERA and a 1.21 WHIP. 4 starts on the year with 3 runs given up. 14 innings pitched, though, so it's a very small sample size because he isn't left in long in the simulation, unfortunately. 15 hits surrendered, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, 1 homer, 1 hit batsman, and a batting average against of 288. Facing locked-in second baseman Jordan McFurlow with a Tier 2 bad ball hitter. He's hitting .386 on the year with 7 homers and 17 RBIs. A very solid year so far for him as the young man fouls it back at 20 years old. 0-1. Change it down out of the zone, 1-1. Slider down and in. That's Chase, grounded at Blacksmith, who fields it cleanly to first. 1 down. Next up is Ryan Hurl, shortstop with Tier 2 first pitch Prayer, hitting .219 with a homer and 4 RBIs. 2-0 up and away in the first pitch, just high, 1-0. And there goes the trait. 4-0 down and away. Fouled back over the screen, 1-1. Down and in from Lee, hitting the hole to second. Blacksmith dives this time, but just off her glove into right field. Good effort by the veteran, but she couldn't secure it. It's a 1-out single for Hurls. That'll put up right fielder Chapasati. A Tier 2 off-speed hitter, batting only .197 on the year with 2 homers and 10 RBIs. He also has Tier 2 easy target, boosting McDonald's accuracy. But he is locked in, despite struggling here so far this season. Down the way in the first pitch, pulled foul, out of play as he's out in front of it, 0-1. Middle in, jammed foul, out of play, 0-2. A little late on it. Change it down and in. Just low and inside, 1-2. Good take from Sardi. Away. He gone! Chased it outside. First punch out for Lee Mack. 2 down for Alessandro Rashad. Third baseman hitting .194 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Tier 2 volatile active. Trying to get above the Mendoza line here today. Slider down and in is low off the corner, 1-0. Away. Checked strike called, 1-1. Down and away this time, just off the corner outside, 2-1. Change it down and in. Line hard at the middle as that cut back in the middle of the zone. It's going to be a hit for Richard. 2 on and 2 down. Inning continues for Mango Cohen, the center fielder, hitting .344 with an RBI. Getting a start today due to the injury to Velasquez, hitting with Tier 2 off-speed hitter. She'll also have Tier 2 slowpoke coming out of the box, heading for first. 2-seamer up and in on the first pitch. That's lined over short. Benwood leaps, knocks it down. Good reactions. Throw to first, not in time. It'll be an infield single. Had he not been tense, he probably catches that. Hey, John Moore, welcome in, buddy. Nice to see you again. Hope your day's been well. And yes, we are at El Viejo today. The Bards know how to pick good stadiums. Here is Baca Lee. First baseman today is locked in, hitting .339 with 6 homers, 10 RBIs. Lee at one of his backup positions today because Guadalupe Knapp is on the bench because she is tense. 2-seamer down and in on the first one. That's chopped, slow roller in the hole between first and second. Lee cuts it off, and he can't get it to first in time. It's an infield single. We're tied at 1. That'll keep it going for sophomore outfielder Buck Larson. Left fielder hitting 167 with an RBI. Love to see it. First pitch changeup away to Larson. That's a strike called. 0-1. Another Village Idiot. Let's go. That's true. And don't forget, Baca Island is still in the league as well somewhere. Peter up and indoors. 0-2. That was by the young man. Put him away. Two-seamer outside. Off the corner. 1-2. Slide it down and in. He gone! Chased it inside. Second punch out for McDonald as Larson breaks his bat in disgust and has to walk it off. To the second. We're tied at 1. Blacksmith, Kahn, and Benwood coming up. Yeah, solid. 10 out of 10 joke. Would tell again. Blacksmith up next. Second baseman hitting 270 with 4 homers, 10 RBIs. Veteran looking to get something started here in the second. First pitch heater misses low. 1-0. Slider way hard on the ground is short right at Hurls. He'll field it cleanly. 1 down. Next up is going to be Kahn, center fielder Tense. 2-2 power versus right-hander. We're batting 229 with 2 homers, 5 RBIs on the year. Chased it down and in, 0-1. Heater up, grounded hard to short. Hurls again on it. He'll make the play, 2 down. 2 quick outs here in the inning, and that's going to bring up shortstop Blake Benwood, hitting 268 with 5 RBIs here in the 8th slot. First pitch heater, or that's changeup actually at the letters. 0-1 as McGillies gets ahead. Changeup drifts outside this time to Benwood, 1-1. Curveball down on the way, Benwood out on the front foot, pulls it foul. That'll get off the wall, out of play, 1-2. Slider up, turned on by Benwood, hit well to right field, but it's going to hang up for Sardi in front of the warning track, and that will end the inning. 1-2-3 inning for McGillies, good bounce back for him. Bottom 2, it's Bonilla, McGillies, and McFurlow. 8-9-1 coming up for the Bards. Thank you. Vanilla. He's the home team. God damn it, it's Bonilla. Catcher leading off the inning. It's the backup Milan Bonilla, batting 189 with 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Peter up and away in the first pitch. Lee Mack blows it by him at 97 as he was just a bit under it. Change it down and in the dirt, 1-1. Good pick there by DeKennis. Slider down in the way. That is hit hard up the middle as McDonald wisely gets out of the way. It's a leadoff single. That probably would have took him with it. Answering text message, guys. 1 sec.
Unfortunately, we've had to cancel today's bat spin competition because of the Hackett, Wackett, and Clout class action lawsuit. Nobody ruins a good time like a lawyer, eh?
Yep, lawyers. Alright, here we go. McGillies up. 9 here is going to try and bunt the first man over. Peter middle in, drop down in front of the mound. Lee Mack has no play to second. He'll go to first to get the sacrifice successful. 1 down. McFurlow up 0 for 1, locked in. First pitch slider down in the way. Off the corner, 1-0. Two-seamer up and away. Check, strike called on the corner, 1-1. Up and in. Inside, 2-1. Change it down. Chase grounded hard at the middle of the short. Benwood dives, smothers it. Nice play. Gets up and fires. Gets McFurlow by a step. Nice play. Benwood. 2 down. Runner to third on the play for Hurls. 1 for 1 with a single his first at bat. Four-seamer up and in on the first one. Sky dead center field. Kahn back a few steps in front of the warning track. Now to the warning track, puts it away with his back to the infield, and that ends the inning. Trying to put a little sauce on that one. I don't approve of that, Con. Please make the catch. Top three, we're tied at 1. Runner stranded at third. McDonald leads off. Then it's Murphy and Simmons. Lee Mack leading off, hitting .381 on the year with 4 RBIs, used primarily as pinch hitter. Peter in there, strike called, 0-1. Peter up and in, hit well by Lee Mack to left center field, slicing away from the center fielder. Cohen's got to get on her horse, and she's chasing after it. One hopping to the deep part of the park out there is a leadoff double for Lee Mack. Puts himself in scoring position here for Murphy, 1-for-1 with the double. Slider up, strike called, 0-1 as Little Hack activates. Either way, hitting the hole short. Down for a one-hopper. Hurls throws the first. One down as Lee Mack unable to advance because of how slow he is. One down for Simmons, who's 1-for-1 with a single and a run scored, as well as a stolen base. You're down and in, grounded on the right at the second baseman. Furlow to first. 2 down as Lee Mack advances to third. Now we'll bring up DeKennis, who's 0-for-1 and no longer locked in. Struck out his first at bat. Peter down and in, that's a strike. 0-1. Change about in front of it away. 0-2. Slider down, hit well by DeKennis to center field as he times it, but back to the warning track is Cohen. Now in a step, and she'll put it away to end the inning. Bottom 3, we're tied at 1. Sardi, Rashad, and Cohen coming up against Lee Mack. I went to the Astros game yesterday. Dude, from where we were sitting, someone skies one to left center gap or to center. It looks like a bomb off the bat. I can't tell you how many times it sounded like the announcer from Major League's going, "Aw, shit." I love that. Yes, appearances can be deceiving in that ballpark. Sardi batting, I believe he's 0-for-1 today, if I remember correctly. Peter down and in on the first one. That's a strike. 0-1. Good pitch from Lee Mack. Change it down and away. Chased it out of the zone. 0-2. Sliding down and away. That's in the dirt. Good block behind the plate. 1-2. Up and in. Jammed on the ground is short. Benwood charges. Picks it on a hop. Throw to first. 1 down. Next up is Richard. 1-for-1 with a single. Peter down. Low. 1-0. Change it down and away. Chased it outside. 1-1. Zoomer up and in. Inside. 2-1. Down and in. Broken bat popped to DeKennis. It hit off the ground, though, so it's foul ball. 2-2. Looked like he caught it, but it hopped. We're good. Slider up and away. Popped it up. DeKennis out of the crouch on the first base side in foul territory. Puts it away. 2 down. And that is going to bring up Cohen. 1-for-1 with a single. Liam McDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. Hey, BBD. Welcome in, buddy. Nice to see you again. Hopefully your day's been well. Yes, he does have a farm indeed, and he's pitching pretty well here so far through 3. Hopefully he keeps it rolling here against Cohen. Cohen reached on an infield single her first at bat. As that slider drifts too far inside. 1-0. 2-0 up and away. That's a strike. 1-1. There we go. 4-0 up and in. High. 2-1. Good eye. Slider down. Low in the dirt. 3-1. 2-seamer middle away. Line down the right field line. That's going to be a fair ball out of the leaping reach of Murphy into the corner. Retracts it down quickly, gets it in, but it is going to be a double for the speedy Cohen. It was mishandled anyway by Benwood. 2 of my goats in here, indeed. Lee up next, 1-for-1 with an RBI single. First pitch heater down and in. Strike called. Infield single for Lee his first time up, drove in a run as he hit a ball in no man's land between the pitcher, first and second there on the infield. Change it down in the way. Grounded up the middle. Blacksmith dives out of her reach into right center. Kahn charging in. Winds up and throws home, but it's going to be cut. It's an RBI single. Lee is driven in his second run of the game. Bards up 2-1. Here's Larson. He's 0-for-1 today. You see him up and in on the first pitch. That's skied into shallow center. Benwood back in shallow center. He's under it. He'll put it away to end the inning. But the Bards on top now. Another RBI single for Lee. 2-1 to the 4th. Pruitt, Ventura, and Blacksmith coming up. Pruitt 1-for-1. RBI knock his first at bat. Trying to get it rolling against McGillies here in the 4th. Been lights out since the first inning. Curveball away. 1-0. Slider hangs on the next pitch, and we just get under it. Sky ball to the edge of the shortstop dirt. Therefore, it is Hurls, 1 down. Next up, Ventura. Rookie struck out his first at bat. He's 0 for 1. Still locked in, though. Slide it down and in is low, 1-0. Change up inside, ripped foul, out of play, 1-1. Heater down, skied by Ventura to center field. He gets under it, though. Right at Cohen, medium deep. Not a lot of work for that one, 2 down. Now to bring up Blacksmith, veteran 0 for 1 today with a fly out. Slider from away, that's a strike, 0-1. Change up away, and that crossed up the catcher. Thankfully, no one's on base, 1-1. Chased it inside on the curveball, bad swing, 1-2 as Whiffer activates a tier 2 for Blacksmith. Slider way off the end of the bat up the middle, slow roller, backhanded by McFurlow, behind the umpire, throw to first, and that's in time as he throws it over the umpire's right shoulder, left shoulder actually, but it's right on our screen, and that is through in time to first and the inning. McGillies another shutdown inning here in the 4th, bottom 4, it remains 2-1. Bonilla, McGillies, and McFurlow coming up. Bonilla 1 for 1 with a single. First pitch heater up and away. Fouled off late, out of play, 0-1. Bonilla stranded at third in the 2nd inning. Changeup grounded to second. 1 hopper picked by Blacksmith the first, 1 down. Next up going to be McGillies. He's hitless on the year. He did have a sac bunt his first at bat, time up though, so no official at bat today. Two-seamer up and away. That is skied down the right field line, out of play as Pruitt gives chase. Slider down and in. Chop slow roller in front of the plate to Kenneth's bare hands. Throw to first. 2 down. Next up, McFurlow 0 for 2. Locked in, the tier 2 bad ball hitter. Heater away in the first pitch. Chased out of play. 0-1. Fouled it off. Slider down and in. Line hard to short. Picked. 1 hopper to Benwood. He'll throw to first. 1-2-3 inning. McDonald was shut down 4th to match McGillies. Top 5. Kahn, Benwood, and McDonald coming up. Bottom of the lineup looking to get it started here against McGillies in the 5th as Kahn is tense. He's 0 for 1. Powers right-hander, though, active. Curveball down and in. That's a strike. 0-1. Change up and away. Chopper up the middle. Backhanded by McFurlow to his right. Throw to first. 1 down. And that is going to bring up Benwood, who's also tense. Flew out to right field in front of the warning track his first time up. Change up down. Low. 1-0. Chased it below the knees. Dribbler past the diving McGillies. Second, barehanded by McFurlow. In time. 2 down, and McGillies is locked in. Lee Mack up next. 1 for 1 with a double. Change up. That's a strike. 0-1. Just hit the top of the zone. Heater up and away. Line softly to second. Hurls is there, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Bottom 5. Heart of the lineup coming up for the Bards. It's Hurls, Sardi, and Rashad. There's Hurls. 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch heater down and in. That's a strike. 0-1. Change up away. Pulled into left field. That's going to be a base hit on the line. Leadoff knock for Hurls. Puts him on to start the inning for Sardi, who's 0 for 2, looking to advance him. Slide it down in the way in the first pitch. Chased and pulled foul. 0-1. Got him to go after it. Forcing me down and in. Inside. 1-1. Change it down and in. Sardi grounds it in the hole. Second, Blacksmith dives out of her reach into right field as she was shaded too far up the middle. And that's back-to-back leadoff singles here for the Bards in the 5th. Looking to build on that. Here comes Rashad. 1 for 2 with a single last at bat. Two-seamer away on the first pitch. Chased it out of the zone. 0-1. Down the way. Fouled off late. 0-2. Change it down the way. Chase, number foul. Murphy fields it, out of play, 0-2. Slide it down and in. Inside off the corner, 1-2. Two-seamer up and in. He gone! Chased it inside. Third punch out for Lee Mack. 1 down for Cohen. 2 for 2 with a double and a single. Had the extra base hit last at bat, and she scored later on a single. Two-seamer up and in on the first pitch. Sat on and lined over Benwood. That's down for a hit in left center. Simmons almost overruns it, but recorrects himself at the last moment. Cohen now 3 for 3 and locked in. Bases loaded, 1 down for Baca Lee, who's 2 for 2 with 2 RBI singles. Looking to add on. He's locked in as well. First pitch slider down and in. Inside, no call, 1-0. Lee Mack starting to tire now, approaching 65 pitches on the day. Two-seamer away, fouled off late, 1-1. Four-seamer down, just low, 2-1. Slider down and away, ball 3, 3-1. Two-seamer up and in. Ball 4, he missed it high, and he walks in a run. Another RBI for Lee. It is 3-1 Bards. Larson up next. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-out. This is the guy you got to get here. First pitch changeup away. Grounded to short. Benwood to his left, cuts it off. Flip the second, 1. Blacksmith the first. Double play. You love to see it as Lee Mack gets out of the 5th, stranding the bases loaded, but he does walk in a run as Baca Lee now has 3 RBIs today. 3-1 to the 6th. Murphy, Simmons, and DeKennis coming up. Minimizing the damage. Now the offense has got to wake the fuck up. Murphy up, leadoff man, 1 for 2 with a double today. He has grounded out as well. Changeup out of the zone away, 1-0. Change up inside, 2-0 count to Murphy. Slider nips the corner on the outside. Good pitch from McGillies, 2-1. Curveball down, he missed it, timed it. Skied to right field. Sardi there, puts it away, 1 down. Simmons up next, 1 for 2 with a single. Grounded out last at bat, he's locked in. First pitch slider off the corner inside, 1-0. Down the way, strike called on the corner, 1-1. Slider down, line to left of center. That's down for a hit. Second hit for Simmons today. He's 2 for 3. Tying run in the on-deck circle now. Or at the plate. Here's DeKennis, who's 0 for 2. Pick off, back safely is Simmons. Simmons has stolen a base today already. Hit it down, then hit on the ground, right at Hurls. 1 hopper to second 1. Double play. Way to go, Rook. Bottom 6, we're down 3-1. Bonilla, McKillies, and McFurlow coming up. Fuck. Bonilla up, 1 for 2 with a single today. Slided down in the way in the first one. That's a strike. 0-1. Change up and away. Chased it 0-2. Good pitch there. Got him to elevate the changeup. Forcing him down and in. Chased and jammed foul into the backstop. 0-2. We're up well high. 1-2. Lost the handle on that one. Forcing him up and in. Ooh, he wanted it. God, held back barely. 2-2. Slider down at the knees. Fouled off. Staying alive. 2-2. Change it down and in. Fouled off. Still 2-2. Away. Popped up foul behind third. Ventura giving chase with his good wheels. He'll get under it in foul territory for the first out. Next up going to be McGillies, 0 for 1, but locked in. He's also sack bunted today. First pitch heater up from Lee. High ball 1. Approaching the 80 pitch mark on the day. Slider down, 2-0. Got to throw strikes. 2 seamers, check strike the letters, 2-1. Change it away. Ball 3, come on, Lee. Forcing it down and in. There it is, line to center field, and that's going to be McGillies' first hit of the season as the pitcher will reach here with 1 down in the 6th. Next up, Furlow, who's 0 for 3, but locked in. And we're not at the right part of the batting order either. What's the bullpen looking like here? Long is rested, ready to go. Nickerson is mostly rested. Lowry is gassed. Well, sort of gassed. Reynolds is rested. O'Connell is sort of tired. And Briggs is locked in, but also gassed as well. Who's due up for them? It's okay. Alright, so we're going to make a pitching change here. We're also going to double switch. We are going to bring in Briggs, who is locked in with reverse splits. Benwood is going to exit. McDonald's going to go to shortstop. Alright, how do I do this? Okay. Oh yeah, I got to do it this way. Briggs, go there, and swap with McDonald. There we go, perfect. Alright, Lee's short now, and Briggs is on the mound. batting in the 8th slot right now. Briggs 2-0 on the year with a 2.19 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, 3 runs given up in 7 appearances, 12 in the 3rd innings, 11 hits, 11 strikeouts, 3 walks, 2 homers, and the batting average against him 234. And yes, it's going to look like this for a pitch because we literally just backwards reverse subbed in a pitcher, so bear with it a minute. First splits with his bad ball hitter here. Heater down and away, fouled off, 0-1. There we go, we're back. Love the old backwards pitch angle, yep. Curveball down and in from Briggs. That's low and inside, 1-1. Slider up and in. Inside, good take from McFurlow, 2-1. Seamer up and away. Ball 3, good eye. Slider away. Got the edge, good pitch, full count. Down and in. Ball 4, walked him. Come on, Heidi, throw some fucking strikes. Next up, Hurls, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. First pitch curveball down and away. Strike called, 0-1. Thankfully, she remains locked in despite the walk. Seamer down and in. Jammed up the middle to short. McDonald dives out of his reach. He was shaded too far to the left. Kahn gets it in quickly. Runner does not test him. Base is loaded, 1 down for Sardi. Reverse splits activates. 1 for 3 with a single today. So Heidi has to face him. This is her 3rd batter, so it's got to work here. Otherwise, we're in a very tough position here. Forcing down and in. Jammed up the middle to short, right at McDonald charging. Flip the second, 1. Blacksmith the first. Double play! Love to see it as we strand the bases loaded for the 2nd straight inning. And Briggs avoids the damage. Top 7 is 3-1. Pruitt, Ventura, and Blacksmith coming up. Let's go indeed. Let's translate it to some offense now, boys. There's Pruitt, 1 for 2 with an RBI single earlier in the game. It's our only run so far, facing a locked-in McGillies, who's already got a quality start under his belt. Slider outside, a 1-0, as he's only at 52 pitches as well. Change it down and in. Pruitt turns on and blasts it down the left field line, but it stays foul. That did, however, have home run distance. 1-1. Down and in, grounded up the middle. Diving is Hurls. Stops it with Dive Wizard. Throw to first. Just in time. 1 down, and Hurls locked in. Ventura up next. He's 0 for 2. Still locked in. He's struck out and flown out. Changeup hung, and he missed it. Pulled foul and out of play. 0-1. Can't miss those. Changeup up and in inside. 1-1. Heater up and away. Hard liner, grounder, fuck. Pass both diving infielders to right field. It's a single. Ventura on. Now to bring up Blacksmith, 0 for 2. Joker activates at Tier 2 for the first time today for McGillies in a high-pressure situation. Slider up, strike called, 0-1. Heater up and in, hard, hitting the hole, base hit the left field. Just out of the reach of the diving Rashad. 2 on, 1 down. Tying run at first. Go-ahead run coming to the plate for the Bombers. It's Wedge Kahn. Center fielder tense, 0 for 2. Powers right-hander is active. Choker active at Tier 2 as well. Changeup off the edge of the glove. It crossed up Bonilla, and both runners advanced for free. And that's why Scootsy hates that trait. I hate it too. You never know when that's going to act up on a 3% chance at Tier 2. Oof, that's a big pitch right there. It was a strike, but it got past the catcher. Now both runners in scoring position. Can Kahn bring them home? Corners are playing in. They're trying to prevent a bunt. They're not playing full bunt, but they are playing shallow. The middle infielders are playing back, so a ground ball up the middle should score a runner. And he pulls the foul, 1-0-2. Good swing, Kahn. Slider up and in, pulled a foul out of play, 0-2. Slider inside, hit well by Kahn to right center field. That is going to get down. Sardi doesn't have the range. It's a 2-run single as we're tied at 3. Kahn coming in clutch with a single. And that's going to bring up Briggs. That's a pinch hitter coming to the box. And it is going to be Milana Carr, the third baseman, hitting .259 with 2 RBIs on the year. Let's go indeed. Welcome in, Copper. Nice to see you again. Hopefully your day's been well. Let's see. Distractor active at first base as well, working against McGillies, who already has Choker active as well. He's no longer locked in either. Heater up, hard grounder up the middle, and Carr comes through with a pinch hit knock on the first pitch she sees. Go-ahead run now at second with 1 down. Here comes McDonald. Lee Mack 1 for 2 at the double. We left him in for his bat. Popped up last at bat. Change up and in. Inside. 1-0. Slider away. Pulled on the ground to first. Diving is Lee to make the stop. Flip to McGillies. He drops it. He won. Everybody's safe. And the bases are now loaded with Murphy coming up. Leadoff man 1 for 3 with a double. And that's going to do it for McGillies. He leaves tense. Choker was active at the worst possible time. His fielding was already shit, and now it was basically 0. Coming out of the bullpen, reliever Asher Crosby, who got hot in a hurry. 131 ERA, 126 whip, and 10 strikeouts. He's going to try to strand the bases loaded. All runners on base, responsibility of McGillies. If one of them scores, he loses his quality start. Albert ready. Here we go. Slider low. Ball 1 as Crosby drops one low. Curveball in there. 1-1. Got the juggler. Taken for a strike. Crosby known more for his slider and curve than his fastball. Velocity is a little below average. Junka, though, is elite. Accuracy, a little bit above average. Slider down, hit well by Murphy to right center field. That should get the job done. Sardi over, makes the catch for the second out. Lead runner tagging. Throw in is going to be late. Sack fly, it's 4-3. Bombers take the lead. Run is charged to McGillies. No quality start. Here comes Simmons, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. He's locked in and juiced. He's already scored a run and stolen a base. First pitch heater at the knees, 0-1. Curveball up, hung, and ripped foul, 0-2. Caught him out in the front foot. Heater up, hard grounder to short, pick by Hurls to second, gets the out as McFurlow covers, and that ends the inning, but the Bombers rally and take the lead with 3 unanswered runs. And I'm actually going to make a sub. I'm going to put Carr in at third. I'm going to put her at short, so that way we take off McDonald. I like Lee's bat, but she's a much better fielder here late in the game, and I need that right now. All right, out of the pen here, we are going to go to Narciso Reynolds as the reliever will take over. And Carr will be at short. 4-3 the score. Bombers rally. Richard, Cohen, and Lee coming up. Plus, that moves the pitcher down further in the order, so it's a little bit further away. Richard up, 1 for 3 with a single. It's 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Bards here in the 7th. O'Connell on the year, or Reynolds on the year, 1-1 with a 4.76 ERA, 1.41 whip, 6 runs up, given up in 7 appearances, 1 save, 11 in the third innings, 11 hits, 12 strikeouts, 5 walks, a homer, 3 hit batsman, and a batting average against a .250. Control issues are prevalent for Reynolds, but other than that, ERA is average. It should be a little bit better given his ratings, but it's a solid year for Reynolds. First pitch heater down on the first one, low ball 1. Bless you, Narciso. Curveball down and in. That's Britt foul, out of play, 1-1. Slided down and away. Out of the zone, 2-1. Four-seamer up. Checked high, 3-1. Change it down and away. Hard hit at the middle of the short. Carr dives, high hopper out of her reach. She would have had it. That's a leadoff single, though. Here's Cohen, locked in, 3 for 3 today, double and 2 singles. Check of the runner. First pitch heater up and away, outside, 1-0. Forcing down and in. Jammed back to Reynolds, who bobbles it. Picks it up behind the mound, throw to first. Not in time! Good job, Reynolds. Now it's an infield single, 4 day for Cohen, 2 on, nobody out for Lee. Locked in 2 for 2 with a 2 RBI singles and a bases-loaded walk driving in a 3rd run. He's driven in all 3 of the Bards' runs. First pitch curveball down and in. Grounded at the third base line. Ventura dives, smothers it. Has the throw to first. Gets Lee for the first out. Good heads-up play. Hey, Painted Dog. Welcome in, buddy. Nice to see you again. Hopefully your day's been well. Welcome in. You picked a good time to do it. Join us. Pinch hitting for Larson is veteran Valinas Velasquez, who is hurt, but locked in. Batting .346 with 4 homers, 13 RBIs. The 11th year vet wants the swing. Been lurking? Good. All right, we're moving the infield in. Tying run at 3rd. Go-ahead run at 2nd here in the 7th with 1 down. First pitch change up down and in. Inside, 1-0. In our way. That is a rocket deep to right center field, and that's going to find a nest. It's a home run for Remus Velasquez, pulling his best Kirk Gibson impersonation as the Bards retake the lead. It is 6-4, fifth of the year for Velasquez. Oh, you went well? Nice. Good to hear, good to hear. Mine was all right. It was pretty good. Work was pretty tame today. We got new cars at work, so that was an adjustment to get used to, but it's all right. Found out what was wrong with my personal car, so I'm going to get that fixed now. And it's covered by my insurance, so it's only $100 deductible. Nice. Other than that, it was going well until that home run. Did we win? Yes, we did take the series against Seattle. One boy's very happy about that because it pisses off... God damn it, I can't remember his name right now. He's going to be pissed at me when he sees that. Oh, Lawai, yes. Took 2 out of 3 from Seattle. Not only does it help the Astros, it upsets Seattle. 5-0 in the 5th. Yeah, we almost blew it. Thankfully, we did win. Curveball down and then low. 1-0. Reynolds now tense. Heater down the way. Outside. 2-0. Change up into Bonilla. Out in front of it is looking Heater. 2-1. Forcing her up and away. Foul back. 2-2. Then the rain started. Yep, it kind of cooled us off a bit. Slider down and in. He gone! Chased it. First punch out for Reynolds. Too little, too late. 2 down for the pitcher Crosby, who's hitless on the year, but he will now bat that he has a lead. Heater up and away high. 1-0. He only faced like 2 batters out of the pen. Curveball in there at the knees. 1-1. Slider down and away. Check strike. 1-2. Change up and in. Sky ball. Pop up shallow right. Blacksmith out for it. Calling for it. And that ends the inning. But a big pinch hit 3-run homer for Remus Velasquez gives the Bards the lead as the injured outfielder makes his presence known. 6-4 to the 8th. DeKennis, Pruitt, and Ventura. It's the heart of the lineup coming up. DeKennis 0 for 3 today, not having a good start to the day. He struck out once, grounded out, and grounded into a double play. Velasquez will stay in the game despite being hurt in left field as the first pitch slider from Crosby is low. 1-0. Slider in there again for a strike. 1-1. Down, Chase, dribbler up the middle, cut off by Hurls behind the bag at second, 1 down. Pruitt up next, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Rather than base hit last time up by Hurls. Heater up away, strike called, 0-1. Curve ball away, strike called, 0-2. Good pitch. Crosby ahead. Checked away on the slider, good hold, 1-2. Slider up and in, inside, 2-2. Good eye. Chased it up and in, but fouled it back out over the screen, 2-2. Slider hangs, lined into center field, and Pruitt reaches with his second hit. He's 2 for 4, and that brings the tying run to the plate. Quinn Ventura up, locked in, 1 for 3 with a single. Both he and Pruitt did not roll stimulated. Neither did Lowry there in the bullpen, so don't expect to see any stimulated players today. 2-3 outside pitch active. Ventura singled last at bat. He's 1 for 3. He is locked in. He's also struck out and, I believe, grounded out. Slider hits the knees on the outside edge. Good pitch, 0-1. Curveball down and in low, 1-1. Slider up and in, that's a strike. Good pitch, 1-2. Slider away, off the end of the bat. He had to protect the corner. It was out of the zone. Easy sky ball for Cohen, 2 down. Here comes Blacksmith, 1 for 3 with a single today. Curveball away, strike called, 0-1. Heater up, hard liner to right field, and that's going to keep the inning alive. Blacksmith singles, her second hit. 2 on, 2 down. Go ahead run to the plate. It's Kahn. 2-run single last at bat. He is 1 for 3. Still tense, though. But Powers right-hander remains active for Kahn. Curveball checked at the knees. Good pitch, 0-1. Heater away, line to short softly. Hurls is there, holding the runner, and that ends the inning. A little bit more to the left, we got a base hit. Bottom 8 at 6-4. McFurlow, Hurls, and Sardi coming up. Reynolds going to stay in despite being tense. First pitch Heater away, line to left field. That's going to be a base hit. Simmons cuts it off quickly for the get the lead on, holding just a single. Here comes Hurls, 3 for 4, 3 singles today. We're going to go ahead and make a change as Reynolds is absolutely gassed. We're going to bring in out of the bullpen. We're going to go to Leon Long, who is locked in with Volatile at Tier 3. And we are going to take off Kahn, who just doesn't seem to have it today. And coming in out of the off the bench is going to be, we'll do Oldman out there in center field. Since he's got the better bat and he's going to be batting second next inning, I'd rather have him in over Dakota. Long out of the pen, lefty reliever, rookie 1-0 with a 4.72 ERA, 127 whip, 7 runs given up in 9 appearances, 3 saves on the year, 13 in the third innings, 13 hits, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts, and batting average against a 260. First pitch, two-seamer inside. Strike called, 0-1, hitting the black. Down in, runner goes on the hit and run, and it pulled him out of position as Blacksmith could not backtrack to get it. Throw coming to third, though, almost in time. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Looking for the insurance runner is Sardi, one for the single, infield in for the Bombers. Specialist active. First pitch, curveball away. Hit up the line, past Ventura's dive into left field, and that is going to be a RBI knock for Sardi. It is 7-4, almost assuredly putting the game away. Richard up next, 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Forcing any base here. Two-seamer foul back, 0-1. Long no longer locked in. Down and in, chop foul, 0-2. Curveball down the way. Grounder right at Blacksmith charging. Flip the second one. Car to first. Double play. Love to see it. Another clutch one. 2 down, runner at third for Cohen, who's 4 for 4 today with a double and 3 singles. She is locked in. Forcing her up and away in the first one. Popped her up behind the plate. DeKennis out of the crouch. Puts it away to end the inning. But an RBI knock from Sardi makes it 7-4 as the Bards tack on an insurance run. Top 9. Bombers down to their last outs. Carr, Oldman, and Murphy coming up. Division lead hanging in the balance. Will the Bards get their foot back in the door? Here's Carr, 1-for-1 with a single. First pitch curveball well inside from Crosby, 1-0 as he's going to throw pitch 25 here. Slider on the corner inside, 1-1. Slider down, pulled foul, 1-2 as Whiffer activates a tier 2. Heater up, line to center field. A good hanging fastball there as that's going to be a leadoff knock for Carr. She's 2 for 2 off the bench. Utility player Dakota Oldman up next in center. Just double switched in, hitting .385 off the bench this year with 3 RBIs. We want him up here for his bat. He's a better hitter than Lennox Dakota, who was our other option. Curveball away on the corner, 0-1. Nice pitch. Heater up, hit hard up the middle, diving hurls out of his reach, and that's going to bring the tying run to the plate with nobody out. Oldman reaches. Back to the top of the lineup. Here comes Murphy. 1 for 3 RBI sac fly last at bat. He's also doubled. And that'll do it for Crosby out of the bullpen trying to get the save. His veteran reliever, Jaden Felix. 4.11 ERA, 130 whip, 13 Ks on the year. Tier 2 easy jumps and Tier 2 crossed up. Gives us a chance to steal some bases here. Will I steal third with nobody out? Hells no. Lefty-lefty matchup though. Slight favor to Felix. Heater inside off the corner, 1-0. 99. Heater up and away, 94. That's a two-seamer, 1-1. Heater up. Murphy skies it left center shallow. Tough run for Cohen, but she will get there for the first out. Good speedy range out there. That is going to bring up Simmons, who's locked in juice. 2 for 4 with 2 singles. Looking to jump on the first one. Still lefty-lefty matchup. Heater inside. Ripped foul. Out of play. 0-1. Tried to turn on it early. He was well out in front of it, though. Curve up and away. Grounded to second. This could end it. McFurlow to Hurls. Over to Lee, and that ends the game. Bombers drop a tight one. 7-4 as a late pinch hit 3-run homer from Remus Velasquez gives the Bards all they need as they get the W. Massive win for the Bards as that puts their foot back in the door for first place in the division as we could not get the job done today. It was going well up until that bottom of the 7th happened and Reynolds shit the bed. Looked like an Orioles reliever out there today. Got out hit 18-13 as well as the offense went ice cold after that. RBIs though, 2 for Kahn on a single, 1 for Pruitt on a single, 1 for Murphy on a sac fly. For the Bards, 3 RBIs for Lee, 2 on singles, 1 on a bases-loaded walk. Velasquez, the pinch hit 3-run homer, was the decider, and Sardi had the RBI single there with the insurance run in the 9th. Pitching lines, McDonald, 5 1/3 solid innings, gives up 3 runs on 11 hits with 1 walk and 3 strikeouts. He stays at 1-1 on the year as he gets a no decision. Briggs gets 2 clutch outs there in the 6th to get us out of the jam, giving up a walk and a hit. Reynolds, 1 inning, 4 hits, 4 runs given up with a homer and a strikeout. He'll take the L. ERA balloons over 7 as he falls to 1 and 2. Long an inning, 2 hits given up. And on the other side, McGilly, 6 1/3, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. He stays at 2 and 1. Good quality start, though, for McGilly's. His 4th run he gave up was unearned. Crosby, inning and 2/3, 4 hits. He gets the win, 3 and 0 now on the year with an ERA at 1.2. And Felix gets the save, pitching a clean 9th inning, getting a clutch double play ball to end it. Velasquez pinch hit 3-run bomb is the player of the game, followed by Lee, who drove in 3 runs of his own, and then Cohen, who went 4 for 5, setting the table. You hate to see it. That was a very winnable game, and we screwed the pooch. Great job, Reynolds. Way to not do your job. It is what it is. Gonna have to bounce back from that one. Short memory. Short memory. Alright, well that L gives the Bards the momentum, as now we're tied for the first place. Reynolds is going to take the L on this one, as I'm not going to punish Nickerson for his fuck-up. Carr or McDonald. Both were solid today, but I like McDonald better. He is, after all, younger. Radical or Simmons? Ooh, Radical. Sorry, she's veteran. I mean, she's playing well, but she's just... Simmons is young, and he's part of the core. Around the league, we do have a couple roster moves to report. Carr loses 6 contact, down to 47. Menace East, solid name, to the False Knights, replacing Jonah's Success there in the rotation. Lilith MacDonald, former Furry Flyer, will go released by the False Knights here for Gusto Knight as he goes to his namesake club. Quinn Ventura loses 2 speed randomly. A 19-year-old falls down to 84 speed. False Knights also get backup infielder Carmelo Hernandez as the middle infielder will replace Odin Portillo. Development opportunity for DeKennis. Love to see the extra fielding. Marty Clark to the Trackers, replacing ace starter Derek Stevens. I see it. I see it. And I'm very happy. Dakota plus 7 speed up to 82 as she has progressed up to a B-, and she gains plus 3 fielding as well up to 98. Benwood loses 2 contact as he continues to struggle, falling down to 49. Carl also loses 5 arm down to 93. Player development opportunities, we're not getting crossed up. Thicket, we're not taking away the slider trait. Extra fielding for DeKennis, not necessary, but it's nice to get. Carr, we're not going to upgrade her, unfortunately. She is regressing fully now. Oldman, extra contact would be lovely, plus 4. It's only a 3%. We could wait another game on it. Wild thing on McDonald, no thank you. That's just really stupid. Alright, so we'll wait for next game. Let's sim up to the next one here, which will be against the Bird Lizards, who are also right behind us by a game. Riddles win over the Swampers, 8-5. Nocturnals lose a pitching duel to the Bird Lizards, 1-0. The Bird Lizards now a half game out of first. Bottlenose is losing 11 to the Bionics, as the Bionics move to 14-6, now with the best record in the league. Leatherwings beat the Below Zeros 9-3. Bards taking on the Champs, and the Bards go out early and win 8-0, as they score all their runs in the first half of the game. Flyers then hold on and blow the lead to the Tramplers 8-7 as the Tramplers get their 13th win. Thumpers upset the Goldcoats in extras 3-1. Toucans lose to the Swampers 3-1 as they fall to 3-18. Nightbats beat the Leatherwings 3-2. Trackers win 1-0 over the False Knights in a battle of last place teams, and the Champs beat the Nocturnals 2-1 as they get their 12th win of the year. So teams eliminated from playoff contention are the Trackers, False Knights, the Toucans, the Nocturnals, the Beasts, and the Flyers. I don't think any of them are going to make the playoffs at this rate. Well, technically, Flyers are mathematically still in. Beasts, though, at 8-12, they need to pull a miracle run off here if they want to make it. Alright, we are still in the hunt, but it's getting crowded up here. 4 teams at 13 wins or more, so we need to be on our A-game here with the last quarter of the season coming up. Or I guess the last 6th of the season, I should say. Next time out, big division rival matchup against the Bird Lizards, who are nipping at our heels. A win for them will put them tied for half game out of first, and a win for us will put us tied for first. Bryson Thicket, the ace on the mound, 1-2 with a 5.32 ERA, 1.55 WHIP, and on the mound for the Lizards, it is veteran Tiger Getrecht, 2-0 with a 4.10 ERA, 1.37 WHIP, Tier 2 stimulated. Thicket is Tier 2 elite slider, Tier 3 consistent. Lineup set for that one. We'll go through it next time, but that is going to do it for this episode, everybody. Tough loss for the Bombers today, as we were in a big dog fight with the Bards for the division lead. We rallied back from down 3-1 to take the lead in the 7th, and then promptly gave up a pinch hit 3-run homer to an injured outfielder, Remus Velasquez. There's the veteran pulled his best Kirk Gibson impersonation out of his ass. So they end up winning 7-4. Bombers now down in second place, half a game out of first. Bards in sole possession of first place. We need a win next episode to be tied for the division lead. Tune in to see if we can get it done against the Bird Lizards, who are also battling us for a playoff spot. If you made it this deep, guys, thank you so much for sticking around. I appreciate the support as always. If you haven't already, hit the follow or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch down in the description below if you guys want to come over, watch the games live before they're posted, and also follow me over on this platform as well if you so choose. That's @CrackNasty over here on Twitch for those curious. Shout-outs here to Painted Dog, Cabra, One Boy, Bald Baseball Dad, John Wart, and Cabra. As all of you tuned in and chatted with me throughout the stream at various points. Appreciate that, guys. Everyone else, I'll catch you on the next one. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be.